What's up, guys? Welcome back to Hunt Fish Drive. Today I'm out doing a little bit more shed hunting. You guys, in the last video, which I'll put a link to here, you guys probably saw me pick up a few sheds. I'm on the same farm. This morning I was able to shed hunt the other end of the property and picked up some pretty nice antlers, and now this afternoon I've got a few more hours left, so I'm going to run around a different end of the property that I haven't really checked. Right now I'm kind of on the creek bottom. And in a couple of videos ago, the deadheads and bonus sheds, I picked up a shed right at the end of the night, just a little further up this creek. So I'm going to kind of cruise this creek bottom once and see if I can find something in here. And then I'm going to go hit a couple other bedding areas that I know about and see if I can pick something up in those. So figured it's a good day, and gotta get some sheds here before the snow covers them up again for the next few days. So I'm just going to try to get out and do that and see what I can find. Let's get going here. Hang with me. Here's what this kind of looks down in this creek bottom. It's fairly open. There is some brush, but one of the reasons I'm down in here though is you can see the deer trails just hammered. It looks, I mean, it's just pounded with tracks. So it's probably a good spot to look around, I figure. And like I said, I found one smaller shed further up this creek, so I'll head up that way. But yeah, you can see it's just hammered with tracks, which is a good sign for me. Means that they were here at least at some point. I don't know if they were here around the time they were dropping antlers, but I'm going to take a look. It's a pretty good looking rub right here. I just noticed there's quite a bit of deer activity down here. I showed you guys the deer trail, or all the tracks and stuff, but I'm seeing quite a few rubs too, so that's always a good sign. This is kind of a transition, I think, this creek bottom from some bedding area up in the woods on the ridges further, and then they transition in the evenings out to this cornfield. Excuse me, out to the cornfield here. And I think they just kind of cruise through here and hit the rubs. I think they also, during the rut, come and cruise this creek bottom. There's a lot of scrape activity that happens on here. I think it's kind of a natural corridor. But yeah, kind of cool. Hopefully that means I'll find some sheds laying around in here, some antlers. Be kind of nice. I was just looking at these bones here, and I think I spotted another shed up ahead. I'll show you guys. But yeah, I just got done talking about that rub there, which is right over my right shoulder. These bones here, I'm pretty sure maybe 2 or 3 years ago in March, I remember seeing a fresh coyote kill here, real fresh, like on top of the snow. Had just happened the night or so before I saw it. And I think these bones are from that, because this is where it happened. But up here, right by the creek, I see something sticking up, and it looks like an old shed. I see it's chewed up. Nice, pretty nice looking shed, but it's definitely not from this year. At least a year old. Pull it out of there. Oh, it's frozen down. There. Well, the G2 is pretty chewed up. That wasn't a bad looking deer at all. He's got pretty good bases on him. It's all mossy and green. Yeah, apparently I didn't look close enough last year or the year before. Probably last year's, I'm guessing. Did get chewed up. I'd mentioned before that, you know, we don't see a lot of squirrel. A lot of these antlers don't get chewed up. They just kind of sit there for a long time here, but apparently this guy did. They must have found him. Still not too bad. Yeah, that's pretty nice looking antler. I like that. I'll take him. I like finding the freshies, but an old one is fine too. kind of looking across the other side of the creek. I thought I saw some other stuff sticking up over there. I did bring my binos today, which is huge. I've been using those a lot already today. I keep them handy on this bino system. It's kind of like a Crooked Horn Outfitters one, but it's a Cabela's brand. But yeah, it's nice to have them. I might look around here a little bit more. I see some other things that look promising on the other side of the creek, so I'm gonna walk around over there. Cool, that's good. It's good to get on the board. I like this, even if it's an old one. I'll take them, especially this size. This is a nice antler. Sweet. I can imagine some, maybe one of the reasons that dropped there too is if they cross this creek, there's a pretty good incline and they got to jump to get up the other side, and potentially if he was coming across, he could have shook it loose doing that. I don't know. Otherwise, it was right under that tree, and there's a lot of branches hanging down. That could be the other thing. Maybe it just hooked on there, or maybe I'm wrong altogether, but I don't know. I like to imagine how these things drop off or what caused it, and maybe it'll help someday to kind of come up with some patterns or good places to look. But cool. Well, there we go. I think that's number 10 for the year. I have had nine I picked up so far across the road. Well, 8 across the road, 1 here so far, and then now this is the second one by the creek. So that's pretty good. I'm up to 10. Still have a ton of land to cover on this property alone. This property is 220 acres or so, and I've just barely scratched the surface. So I'm pretty lucky in that respect to be able to come out here and do this. Here's a place I always think is kind of cool. This is a spring that comes out of the ground and it flows down into the main creek. It's got a pretty good flow to it. I don't know if you can kind of hear it, but if you look at the water's super clear here. I don't know if you can really see that kind of bubbling up out of the ground. It bubbles this white sand up. Really neat. And I think when the property was first purchased, I did find a shed antler laying right next to the spring. There's quite a deer trail coming over here. Right here is a pretty good deer trail. They must come down and get a drink here. I suppose it stays open all year. I think the creek does for the most part too, but yeah, I thought this is kind of neat. It's cool the way the water just boils out of the ground here and makes that white sand. Still no more sheds. I just have this guy here, the chewed up one, but I'm gonna keep on looking. Well, I finished looking around by the creek, and now I'm gonna go up to the bedding area. I know there's a pretty decent doe bedding area right across the valley here in those pines. So I'm gonna head over there. And on the way, there's a bunch of briars and thick stuff in here that I see the deer in once in a while, and it looks like there's a decent amount of deer activity, so I'll check that out. But a guy's gotta watch it going across these briar patches. Some of these are so nasty you pretty much need a blood transfusion when you get out the other side. Just rip you to shreds. And I don't think the deer really go through it that much either, unless they have to. But if they're not being bumped or pressured, I think they kind of skirt it or pick a trail through. So I am not going to walk through those if I don't have to, that's for sure. It's turned out to be a pretty nice day today. It was cold this morning. Like I said in the last video, it was quite cold. And it's probably still in the mid-20s, but it's not too windy, and the amount of sun is perfect for me for shed hunting. It's not too bright where it casts a lot of shadows, and it's not too dark. It's just right where the sheds kind of pop and they stick out, which is perfect for me. I really like it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep looking. We'll head over towards this bedding area and see what I can find there. There is still a little bit of snow on the ground. I don't know if you guys can really see it well, but it's not probably going to be a big deal. It's mostly in spots that I'm not going to really look over anyways. But potentially I could miss something from that. Oh, here we go. I did find another something I don't like to see. So just down the valley is where I found the deadhead, and that was in that Deadheads and Bonus Sheds video, that little buck. Now I'm walking up here and I see another one, and it looks like another buck. It's got antlers. I'm probably only 150 yards from where that other one was. I don't know why I couldn't see this before. I'll spin you guys around here. Yeah, this is kind of nasty. It's another nice little buck. This guy's maybe even a little bit bigger. I never did drag the other head out of there. I should go do that today. I'll probably take this one and that one out, kind of set them side by side. You can look at them. Yeah, this is too bad here. I don't know. He apparently died sometime. Well, I don't know for sure, I guess, but I'm no forensic scientist or whatever CSI person, but his carcass is on top of the snow, which would make me think that he died at some point this winter as opposed to last fall. And it doesn't look like he's weathered that much. I know the coyotes and everything else probably been picking on him, but this is a bummer. I don't like seeing that. I'll walk up here. Yeah, I don't really like that. Boy, not much left of him. There we go. He's just a little guy, but he's got really nice, cool, gnarly looking antlers, bases and stuff. I'm gonna take care of that. I'll get him twisted off there, and then I'll carry him back out, and we can look at him next to that other one. If the other one's still there, I hope it is. But I'll try to get him today too. Darn it, that's 2 small bucks right in this one spot here. And we don't, I think I mentioned before, but you know, we try to go mature deer, so we're looking for 4-year-olds if we're gonna harvest one. Like them to get some age on them, you know, regardless of scores. To us, score doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's sure nice to get a high scoring deer, but we just like to get them with some age. And when they keep dying like this, it's hard to grow up an older deer if the little ones keep dying. Hopefully I don't find any more of these. I don't like that. Well, here he is. I got him busted loose. I'm going to take him down by the other one. I do not want to carry him around today. I caught a few whiffs already, and my stomach's not feeling that strong today to carry him with me. Yeah, cool little deer. Well, I'll take him down by the other one and take them both out when I leave. Maybe I'll have to run out of here so that I don't have to smell them the whole way. Don't smell very good, but well, after a little twisting and prying, I was able to get the other one loose. So this guy is the guy that I found a few videos ago in the Deadheads bonus sheds, and here's the new one that I just found now. They're pretty much about the same size almost, and maybe only maybe 100 yards apart, something like that. Kind of a bad deal, a bummer, but what do you do? At least I found them. I'll drag them back out of here today before something carries them off. But for now, I'm gonna leave them because I'm not carrying them around and they stink. And I'm gonna go and look for some more sheds over in this bedding area. So we'll go do that now. Back in here's the bedding area I was just talking about. I think it seems like the deer bed in here quite a bit. I know from the other side of the valley I can glass this when the snow's on, and I've done that a bunch and seen a lot of deer bedded in here. I've never found a shed here. I typically don't ever come in here at all either, unless it's in the spring like this for shed hunting. Otherwise I just leave it alone. But apparently it's a pretty good spot for them to bed. Seems like I just never pick up any sheds. And today's no different. I didn't see anything. I kind of walked through here real quick. But I'm gonna keep moving. I've got a couple other spots to hit real quick. It's getting kind of late in the day, and now with this time change too, it kind of messes me up. But I'm gonna do that, and then if we don't find anything, I'll head back to the truck and take a look at what we found on this hunt here. Well, that's gonna do it for today. I'm going to head right back over to the truck here. I'm pretty close. And I just thought I'd show you guys what we found again. So here's the first antler we found. A year old, or at least. A nice deer. And then, like I mentioned before, this was the deadhead I found a few videos ago, and then here's the one from today. So it's a bummer finding those, like I said, but still a pretty good haul. I like going out and finding something. That said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. I've got a bunch more shed hunts coming up. Hopefully I can keep finding some stuff and keep it interesting. I do just like getting out and bringing you guys with, and it's kind of fun for me. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe. Hope you guys are having a great day. Take care. Catch you later.